Hey, what is up YouTube? My name is Bo and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be reviewing the Mini Logo skateboard deck. I actually just finished up with this board, so now we're going to talk about it. Mini Logo skateboards have always intrigued me, and that's for one reason. It's that the price is literally unmatched by any other skateboard company. On the Mini Logo website, these skateboard decks are going for $34.99, which is ridiculously cheap. And here in Canada, I can get them for $49.99, which is essentially almost half the price of any other skateboard company. Usually a skateboard deck here goes for about $85, and I'm a big believer in you get what you pay for, so I was super interested to try out a Mini Logo skateboard. Alright, so before we get to what I actually think about this skateboard, let's quickly talk about the kicks and the measurements and all that kind of stuff. So this deck right here is an 8.25, and one thing right off the bat that I really liked about this deck is that it is actually an 8.25. The measurements for Mini Logo skateboards really line up with what they're actually supposed to be. Like, this is exactly 8.25 inches. I really don't like when I buy like an 8.25 skateboard and it's not actually 8.25. It's like, I don't know, 8.2 or 8.18 or something, like just slightly off, but I don't know why, that just bothers me a little bit. The length of the skateboard's pretty standard. It's 31.95 inches long, and it has a 14.25 inch wheelbase. The nose is 6.88 inches, and the tail is 6.63 inches, so it's just pretty standard. Nothing crazy about it. Also, the kicks and the concave on Mini Logo decks are super mellow. I actually like my kicks a little bit steeper, so it felt like a little bit different from what I like, but it definitely is a pretty standard feeling skateboard. Like, there's nothing crazy about it. It feels fine when you stand on it. It doesn't feel cheap or anything. And actually, apparently these skateboards have the same shapes as PAL skateboards, so if you do like PAL flight decks or whatever, apparently these shapes are the same shapes as those. So there you go, there's a reference point right there. If you've tried those decks, you'll know how these decks already kind of feel. Alright, so because these skateboards were so cheap, I was like expecting it to feel a little bit cheaper than a regular skateboard, but when I set it up and I stood on it, it actually felt just like any other skateboard I've had. It's super strong. It was pretty stiff. It didn't feel cheap at all. Even holding it and stuff, it doesn't feel cheap. It literally is a regular skateboard, which I was kind of surprised at because it is so much cheaper. I was expecting it to feel cheap. It didn't feel cheap at all. So Mini Logo skateboards are built by Skate One, which is the same like manufacturer ever is Pal Peralta, and also Angel Boy. I've never heard of that, but same like Skate One or whatever. Also on this website right here, I was doing a little research because I wanted to get all this stuff right. Apparently Mini Logo skateboards are handmade in Santa Barbara, California, and they're made of 7-ply American maple, which apparently is super strong material. And I would actually say that these skateboards are super strong. I usually get a lot of chipping, especially up in the nose. Like, my skateboards will get really pointy, and this is actually holding its shape pretty well. Same with the tail. I actually didn't get crazy razor tail on this one either, which I usually get a lot of razor tail. So definitely a positive of this board is they are super sturdy and pretty strong. The reason why I had to stop skating this board is I actually cracked it, but I don't think that has to do with like the quality of the skateboard. It literally cracked. I landed a front shove off a 3-stair, and I landed like straight on the nose of the board, or I guess the tail because it was a shove, and it cracked just a little bit, but I actually got to skate it for a few weeks after it cracked, and then I really cracked it skating in a bowl. Yeah, I literally had to switch it up because it felt like I was skating on like a pool noodle. When I drop in, it was like so flimsy feeling. It was kind of dangerous feeling. So I had to switch it out, but I definitely would have kept skating the skateboard for a lot longer. It still had a lot of life in it. Alright, so if this skateboard is actually like a good skateboard, like why the heck is it so cheap? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. From everything I've found online and all that kind of stuff, the only reason it's super cheap is literally because there's no graphic on the board. It's just a blank plain deck. There's this little Mini Logo kind of thing right there. And I put a carrot sticker on it, of course. But besides that, it literally is just a blank skateboard. You can see like the wood or whatever. And honestly, I don't mind a blank skateboard deck if it's like black or white or something kind of neutral-ish, like a dark color or something. But to me personally, it's crazy that these decks are literally like $40, almost $50 cheaper than a regular skateboard just because there's no graphic on it. That almost seems like a scam to me, that graphics are literally the same price as a skateboard deck. Like, that's out of hand, but whatever, everyone's got to make money too, right? Alright, so the skateboard did skate pretty well. I actually liked it. I didn't notice any difference between skating this mini logo skateboard and like any other skateboard that I've skated. It felt literally the exact same quality wise. The only reason that I personally didn't really love it too much is because it was like super mellow, and I do like a little bit steeper of kicks on my skateboard, but besides that, it literally feels like a regular skateboard. Would I get this skateboard again? I don't know if I would get it again, because I don't know, I didn't really love the shape of it, even though it is like a fine shape, and I didn't have any problem with it when I was skating it. I literally got used to it, but I don't know if I would get it again. Also, like, the blank deck is fun, but it is also kind of fun to have like a cool kind of graphic on the bottom, but the graphic gets destroyed anyways. And that's another thing, this skateboard looks so clean because there's nothing really to wreck on the bottom. So it does have a bunch of like board slide and scratch marks and all that kind of stuff, but you can't really tell because it's blank. If you haven't tried a mini logo skateboard, I would definitely recommend trying it at least once. They're super cheap, so if you like love them, you'll save a ton of money buying new decks and stuff. Or if you're a board breaker, I mean, if you get these, you'll probably save a ton of money just because you're literally paying half the price of a regular skateboard. Also, if you're new to skateboarding and you're just kind of trying it out and you're not really sure if you want to skateboard or not or whatever, you'll probably love it. But I would definitely recommend buying a mini logo skateboard if it's one of your first boards, because you're not going to be putting a ton of money into it, and it'll definitely save you big dollars, and you're definitely getting a quality product which will skate well, and it won't like prohibit you from learning any other tricks like other really cheap skateboard brands will. Like, if you buy a board at Walmart or something, it's not going to work the same as a regular skateboard from a skate shop, but mini logo's still in that cheap range and it'll work like a regular skateboard. So anyways, that is the mini logo skateboard. It's a good skateboard. It literally feels like any other skateboard. It's very strong and it doesn't chip. I was surprised that it didn't chip. I've had other boards that just start chipping right away. The skateboard, for the price it is at, is literally a steal of a deal if you don't care about graphics and you just want a blank deck, or if you just want a cheap deck. Definitely get a mini logo. They're good quality skateboards. Yeah, anyways, I hope this helped you guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to try and answer all your guys' questions as best as I can. Yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe for more videos every Monday and Thursday. That's all we got for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.